This is a healthy man. No, I was right. No, I was wrong. There we go. That guy right there. Yeah, with the bags under his eyes. Again, that guy right there. Who's telling you how to live a greener existence by saying that the United States won't have coal by 2030. Remember when that cost, or potentially could have cost Hillary Clinton the election, especially in Pennsylvania, when she said that she was going to get rid of a whole bunch of coal mining jobs? Yeah, cool. You can apparently win and take the White House and the reins of all of the fucking power if you just don't address it and then you just let it leak a few months later after your election. Very, very weird how that happens. Oh, we're just going to take on the oil and gas industry and then coal. Whoops! But that's even going a step further than what, no, it's actually just on par. I was conflating two stories out of Canada. They said that they're going to be getting rid of coal exports, and, well, I guess that is kind of a step up anyways. But yeah, old Lurch here was out on the town just making some really dumb ideas into spoken fact, or his fact. John Kerry, President Joe Biden's climate envoy, yes, the Climate Czar, said that there would be no coal in the United States by the end of the decade at the COP26 climate conference in Glasgow, Scotland. How did this only come out a couple of days ago? By 2030 in the United States, we won't have coal, Kerry said in an interview with Bloomberg. Kerry is the first Biden official to publicly comment on the administration's environmental policy with the $1.2 trillion infrastructure package that contained numerous sections dedicated to climate change passed Congress. Yep, they didn't get all of that out, but it's very important, and infrastructure is everything. His aspiration to rid the country of coal by 2030 aligns with Biden's deadlines for lowering greenhouse gases by the same year. Who knows? Who cares? Whatever. Hopefully they'll all be dead by then. Not wishing anything, I'm just saying that's another 9 years away, and I don't know how old John Kerry is, but Joe Biden is 78, so that would put him at, 89? I'm sorry, 88, 87. Math is hard sometimes. Despite these goals, Axios reported that the U.S. did not join last week to a pledge signed by more than 40 countries to phase out coal-fired plants in the 20s in the 30s and 40s. No, I thought many factories were powered on coal in the 30s and 2030s, 20s, yeah, the 2030s and 2040s. Okay. Even though through decommissioning a bunch of nuclear plants in Germany has resulted in old coal-powered energy plants to have to fire up. But yeah, no, we definitely got all this stuff under control, right? According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, coal accounted for 10% of the nation's total energy consumption in 2020, but they'll go ahead and phase that out because they got all the plans. But remember, this is all in a lip service to lowering carbon emissions, and yes, the United States is number 2 when it comes to emitting these very dangerous and very awful greenhouse gas emissions, carbon emissions, okay, as there's been a nice little change in phraseology when it comes to these very nebulous terms, and how we stop them, I don't know, and what kind of a effect they have on the world, it's unquantifiable, but it's really real, and it's very serious, and we need to take it seriously. But like I was saying, the United States is number 2 in the world. 12.6% of the carbon emissions that are out there comes from the United States. But who's number 1? Well, that's China. And you think they give a single fuck about this? Absolutely not. China's coal output hits multi-year high as climate conference continues. Who could have possibly seen this happening? Oh, Canada's getting rid of it. A bunch of European countries are getting rid of it. America's going to be getting rid of it as well. And coal is still needed for the creation of steel. So if China's got it, why not sell it? Nobody else is going to. Then they can charge however much money they want. And God, it's just no forethought. Or maybe there is, and they're just playing the long game. That would make a lot more sense. China's state-run Global Times boasted on Monday 7 days of the COP26 climate conference in Scotland. Oh, day 7, sorry, my mistake. Coal output has reached its highest level in recent years, so China's vast array of carbon-spewing coal-fired power plants can ensure energy supply security and residential heating during the winter. Oh, we only need it because we need it. China is the world's worst polluter by far, built 3 times as many coal plants as all other nations combined in 2020. Well, also, to be fair, I don't think anybody's going out with the expressed idea that they need to be creating coal plants, so that might be a little bit misleading, just to be fair. When power shortages and rolling blackouts began hitting China's industrial centers in fall of 2021, the Chinese government ordered an all-out campaign to produce as much coal as possible from both domestic mines and foreign suppliers. According to Global Times, the effort has been successful. Again, this is a CCP mouthpiece, so who really knows how much of this is true and honest? From November 1 through 5, the average daily dispatch of coal reached 11.66 million tons, an increase of more than 1.2 million tons from the end of September, as coal mines have been gradually put into operation, the National Development and Reform Commission said on Monday. The thermal coal supply has also continued to increase, and the rebound of coal inventories and power plants have been accelerated. Since early November, the average daily supply of coal at power plants has hit a 7.75 million tons, and coal inventories have reached 1.6 million tons, according to NDRC. On November 6th, the stock of coal reserves across the country's power plants exceeded 117 million tons, an increase of about 40 million tons compared to the end of September. October saw China importing 26.943 million tons of coal, a 96% increase over the previous year. Remember, every other country is saying we're going to get rid of coal by 2030. You're importing that much, you're mining that much. I don't think that they have any intentions of getting rid of coal by 2030, okay? And again, they're also the world's largest pollutant. So again, fighting climate change and fighting for all of these green policies in an attempt to, whatever their fucking shifting goalposts are. Oh, we don't need the world to be heated up by another 2 degrees. That'd be catastrophic, or whatever the fucking current talking points are. Couldn't care less. It's probably not even my top 25 concerns when it comes to the world. I don't really care that much about it because I think it's all trumped up horseshit. But it's like trying to clean up your bathwater, but somebody's off in the corner taking a piss, and you're not addressing that. Analysts said officials' ability to quickly stabilize coal supplies as well as prices underscore the country's capabilities in dealing with emergencies and its determination to put livelihood at front and center, the Global Times applauded. Of course they did. It should all be horrifying news for climate activists, especially since China pointedly refused to make any commitments to COP26, and Chinese dictator Xi Jinping did not attend the conference, but he sent a letter and he said, "Oh, well, think about it, ha ha ha," and then continued to up his coal production. So just gonna go ahead and let you know exactly what the fuck his mindset is. He'll say one thing and do another, and again, all of those fucking green activists that are out there will never touch on China, okay? Criticism of China's coal addiction is supposed to be a focus of COP26, as NBC News reported at the outset of the summit, but criticism has been muted while Beijing merely announced record-breaking coal production. An international alliance to phase out coal was formed by COP26 attendees last Thursday, but China and India, the world's 2 top coal burners, did not join. Summit produced some general criticism of Asia for being too slow to embrace renewable energy. They're still developing, especially when it comes to India and large swaths of China, so cut them a break and stop caring so much about this shit. But the lack of sharp criticism against China is remarkable, considering that China accounts for almost 60% of Asia's coal consumption. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a fucking bitch? That's why all of this climate change horse shit is just so absurd to me, because you aren't addressing the meat of the fucking issue, and you never will, because you guys suck. But with that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.